Prognosco, you already knew. You already knew. You already knows. You already chose. Prognosco, to have foreknowledge of. So you already knew who's going to be his bride. It's already been written. Vessels of wrath or vessels of mercy from the foundation of the world. So, remember, you'll know them by their fruit. Those who do works in darkness and those who work in light. Workers of light and workers of dark. So, thought I'd come in here before I hit the sack. Put some skin over my eyes there. What's up in my eye? So, apologize getting interrupted on last stream, but I come in here. I'm about ready to hit the hay here another hour or so. I'm not staying there too long, but not ready to crash as of yet. As of now. Right now. Do it now. Call now. Call now. Call now. Now I got something in this right eye. It's giving me hell. Oh hell no. So what the hell? What the hell? Hell's not a place. There's no such thing as hell as a below your feet place, right? Thank you, Father, for that. You don't send anybody to under your feet place hell. Under your feet place hell? Is that where hell is? Well, that'd be where you go after you die if it's under the ground. Hell's under the ground? Is that what people? Hell's under the ground. Under the sea. You mean the abyss? You thought the constellations were going under the sea. Maybe I should just try to enjoy myself. Self-will. Auto-autonomous driven. Pornea. Shut up, idiot. Fuck off, YouTube. Here, let me throw you two witnesses. Eat a fat one there, Nimrod. Reporting you as a child. You can't even copy. You're like a fake police. You're like a flashlight cop. You're like a flashlight cop. You are. You're like coming here, like trying to be you want to be monitor of YouTube. That's pretty silly. Watch out. We got a flashlight cop here. Stop or I'll throw my flashlight at you. So what's going on there, Nicole? Just hanging out here. Thought before I crash, I live stream. Then I got a call. So thought I'd come in here and stream a little bit before I... Biggie's already crashed. He's already laying down, sleeping with... Yeah, he's already Biggie. So, anyways, whoa, what do we turn on here? We just turned something on. Yeah, we're going to hire the YouTube. We told the YouTube moderator. It's Paul Blart here, the YouTube mall cop of YouTube. So, oh, man. Hilarious. It's hilarious. These people make up a whole thing. They probably scare people. Oh my gosh, we're all going to die. You got that right. We're all going to die. In the end, we all die. None of us are, we all have that same thing in common. Isn't that beautiful? None of us are special. Cool. Yeah, I melted the roofing on the greenhouse, but it's all right. I'll go get some more here from Home Depot here the next day or 3 or a week or something. But yeah, was working on that garden out here too, trying to get some stuff done here. Didn't work for the ministry, more stuff today, but that's okay. My hands are, look at the tips of these fingers. Just wore these things off. They freaking hurt. So that's just one of them. So I should have a better system, but I like to make sure that concrete gets smashed down in between those. And nothing works better than your fingers. But yeah, oh well. So they're a little tender right now. So if you ever wore the end of your fingers off, that makes them real tender. Like not as tender as underneath your fingernail, but they're pretty tender. But that's okay. I got to get back to work tomorrow. I'm gonna pull out everything out of the garage trailer here behind me, and the other one that I sold to Kevin because he wants his garage. So I got to get that stuff out of there. So it's gonna be a long day tomorrow, but that's all right. We'll get her done. We'll get her done. So I've got a million projects to do. Now I'm building another cabin. So oh, so you don't even have the one you got done already. Already. That's okay. I'll work on it. I'll get it. So I plan on working through the winter. I'm not going to sit back and just throw logs in the fire. I don't have any logs to throw on the fire, so I got to work. I didn't get firewood yet, so might have to just freeze my you-know-what off out here. That's okay. Asian food? I probably like Thai food the best. Vietnamese, too. I love Vietnamese food. I like pho. You ever go to the Pho King Thai food restaurant? Actually, there's a really good restaurant off of West 11th in Eugene, Oregon. It's called Vietnamese Noodle. Uh, yeah, I'll figure something out. I just normally have at least 2 or 3 cords by now. So, um, but yeah, I'm a pho kind of guy. Pho, yeah. So, but anyways, they got the King Pho or the fucking. I think that's in Washington. It's pho, right? But go to the Vietnamese noodle. Uh, I think that I don't know. I've been there forever. It's probably still there. I think it's still there. It's been there forever. They've got good pho. They really do. And their duck is excellent too. They got a good menu. That's really good food there. I love that. Never ever has it not been excellent. So and they got good Thai tea. So I got the Asian persuasion. Yeah, I hear you. The old blue green. Stay away from the old blue green over there. I remember last time I didn't even go up down West 11th the last time I came there. I think I went by. No, I didn't even go down West 11th. I was more towards downtown, towards 5th Street and down that way. I was looking for Elijah. I was gonna go out to Veneta and maybe go out and see his silly mom that doesn't give a crap out about him. So A Street, nice. Yeah, there's another good Thai place over behind the just down the road actually by behind the Jiffy Lube. Behind the Jiffy Lube on when you make that left to go back over towards uh what is that 10th over there or whatever that street is where McDonald's and come. Oh, what is that? No, that's 99. The road that turns into 99 up oh darn it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But there's another back behind there. There's another one in Eugene over there. There's another good restaurant, and they've got a market in there too, and a little sit down, and they got good pho. But I like the one over off West 11th better. 7th Street, yeah, I think it's over there. It's over behind that Jiffy Lube. There's Jiffy Lube, and you go down, turn down that street, and go down a little bit further down there, and it's back in there. Um, but if you looked up to it, it's over there. Gosh, it's over there, kind of like where is that? There's a place that does like that. Maybe it's dog. What is a dog food place or like a not a dog, like a pet house. It's right over there. If you're coming up the other way, if you're coming up West 11th, you don't come up and go on to West 11th right there by Aaron's Rental at that corner in Jiffy Lube. It's back in behind over there, the street over. You go up one more street. So, uh, what did you do when you were doing this live stream? What are you thinking to do? Huh? I'm just chillaxing on this live stream. Oligos, it says. Oligos. Many are called, but Oligos are chosen. So yeah, there's one back there though. I've been there a few times, and it's pretty good. It really is. They have good pho. It's decent, you know. Um, I like the rice too over there. Rice over at the Vietnamese noodle. That's excellent. But I want Mexican buffets. I don't want them on every street corner for Christ's sake. Where are the Mexican buffets? I'm in the wrong body, in the wrong life. Why is there not Mexican buffets? I mean, I want carne asada by the plates, like you go cut off and get your piece of roast beef. I want slabs of carne. What's wrong with this world? Why don't we have Mexican buffets? I want all you can eat tacos and burritos. I want all you can eat tortas. And yes, I'm serious. What happened to this world? I want bean burritos for days. I want so many burritos, I'm going to die. So I want tamales. I want chalupas. I want papusas. I want Mexican buffet. Oh my goodness, what's happened to this world? I live in a world there's no Mexican buffet. I only know of one, and that's in Idaho. I only know one Mexican buffet, and it's at a Mexican restaurant, and they got about 6 Schaefers, and it's the bomb drizzle, baby. It's on Garrity Boulevard. So if you're ever over there in Nappy, Idaho, go over there off of Garrity Boulevard, and it's serious. That little buffet is popping off. I used to go there, man. I can't imagine what it is now, but it was only like $10 or something like that back then. So it was a hell of a deal. It's nowhere, Nicole. There's no Mexican buffets in anywhere. That's not a thing. We're in this weird alternate reality where Father's like, all right, well, we're going to bless you with taco trucks, but you can't have a buffet. So, oh man, I would live at what would you call it? What would you call the Mexican buffet? Not muchos gracias, because that was already a thing. Remember, they took that down. All right. I think there's still some of them up somewhere. Like Roberto's but see, guys, there's more to this world. We're missing things. We've been lied to. We should have Mexican buffets. Don't you want burritos? I want to eat tacos on days that end in Y. Oh, Nicole, I am freaking, I don't know. I'm sure you've been over to my house. I think we've had tacos. I think you might have made tacos for you guys before. I hope I would have had. I make some bomb carne tacos, man. I make them straight up, taqueria style. So, heck yeah. I throw down a lot of good food. I gotta give you the Asian persuasion. Remember, we'd be like Confusion Grill. We'll throw down the Vietnamese, right? Mexican barbecue. Don't ever forget. I make Confusion tacos. Confusion, baby. Who do you think? It is my brother's recipe, but I got all of his recipes, remember? So, yeah. You want to have a taco, you want to have a Confusion taco, but you can't get those anymore. Damn, those were good tacos. Oh, Sean is such a good cook. Man, what a freaking prick. Take off and leave the state, leave everybody hanging. Yeah, I always do that. I make carne tacos. Me carne, me troque dos todos los piezas. Yeah, $2 for carne asada. A piece, dos todos los piezas, dos carne tacos. Man, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm gonna leave America. I gotta get my Spanish better, guys. I used to speak good Spanish. What the hell happened to me, man? I'm losing it, man. It's not like riding a bike. It's use or lose, man. I'm a loser, baby. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? So And you know me, I'm a Werner. I can't help it. There's freaking my family, the restaurants and all that crap. So remember, food and rent. That's what Sean's hands say. Oh, silly, what a goofball. My cut from the freaking weird cloth. I can tell you that. You're a strange bunch, aren't you? Yep. No. So, um, which I'm hoping to be a good thing. Hoping to be a good thing. I'm hoping he's going to push the living piss out of him. So, I don't think they have enough money, Nicole. I don't think they have enough money to take this thing to trial. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not even concerned. And it would be my first, I don't have a record. So I would, they can't stick me with too much. So, and if I'm taking it to trial, I mean, I'll get the mandatory minimum, but I don't think it would be whatever. I'm not concerned. I don't think they can convict me. So I don't think I have the evidence they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. So yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want to even told you. I don't even want to guess. Father is working here, so it's not by my will. I already did everything I could do, and just get myself more felonies and more police cop charges. These cops don't deal with me very nice. When you get pulled over by a cop and your charges, they look at you as, harassing the police and menacing the police and interfering with the police and and hindering the police. They don't like you. So I'm not a menace member to society. I'm a menace to the police. If God didn't love everybody, then why does he call us to love our enemies? Why are you trying to mix two different things they're not the same? Love thy neighbor like thy enemy. It's agape. Do you even know what the word agape means there? Bushy hands. Tell me what the word agape means. Let's see if you can if you've even supped with the scripture, even sat down and defined, if you own a lexicon, if you've used eSword. God is a title, so I don't know which God, little g God, like your little deity God, demon God. So why are you mixing something? Father is perfect. He didn't love Gentiles. You're an idiot. So remember, he didn't love the Gentiles, right? The law didn't apply to them. The agape, the Torah. See, I don't think you've read the word much. I think you're just some person who's stabbing at things like some Nimrod. It's okay. Iron sharpens iron. Ask the question, you'll get the right answer because I'll give you the definition. This is a ministry, so. And why you're not supposed to question Father? Remember, he says, I do all these things after my own counsel and for my own pleasure. So why are you questioning, Father? Well, I've done it, so don't think that I haven't. But bushy hands has got hair between his knuckles. Something's wrong with this guy. Been eating too much of that genetically modified food. Did you get the jab there, Bushy? Is that what's going on with your hands? Got hair between your fingernails and between your palms and between. Oh boy, no, that's not good. Hairy palms. But man, that reminds me of. I better not say that, Mister. They shaved down Bigfoot, right, and taught him how to sing or whatever. So God doesn't love everyone. That's right. He's an all-loving Father, but he doesn't love everybody. He only loves his bride. So most people are idiots because of Christianity and insanity, the isms, the schisms, the Mormonism, the sanity, the ism. Remember Catholicism? Communion. They follow that communion, crackers and grape juice nonsense. So. Cool. Weddings are pagan, Nicole. There's nothing about a wedding that's not pagan, but that's okay. It's not a piece of paper where you bind to the state to bind your marriage, whether you allow them to take over and rule over your marriage, your children, it's just disgusting what people do by going and having this paper contract. Remember, he's the tie that binds you. When you lay with somebody, that's your wife. But I understand that's cool. It's all paganism, but the whole ring, the halo, remember, I did it once. I got married once. Remember, some people need two black eyes. Hey, what's wrong with you? You didn't listen the first time? So they got one kid. That's all right. We have to put, that's what people don't want to hear the truth, but I give it to them. You know how this ministry is. So I've always been like that. Even before I had the ministry, it's just that's the way it is. So it's all pagan, all this ring and church and all this white nonsense. It's all paganism. But the binding, he's the tie that binds. Read the book of Colossians, read the book of, Corinthians, read the book of Deuteronomy. These are what Father in. It's not in a house or temple made by hands that we bind the Father. So remember, he's the one that will bridge, be that gap that's filled, by that bridge. No space, no place, no time. Two people can't be parted by that. And he is the tie that binds. And he goes through that. People would read the book of Corinthians. It talks about what the role is of a man and a woman in marriage, but it definitely is not in a church. But that's okay. You just got to bring people to the narrow way. That's what I'm saying. For 300 years. Yeah, I think we've already done that. The time is over. So, okay. Well, you're supposed to judge, Nicole. Remember, righteous judgment. So, you're not under the Levitical laws of the house of Aaron or Levite. You're not under the Sabbath or keeping none of these things or so. Judge righteous judgment. Everybody you come across, show them to the narrow way. That's the word agape. Love them. Show them to the narrow way. If they're in the broad way, and you already do that, I know. I'm just helping you a little bit with your vocabulary, your dialect. So that's what he said. The Most High does not dwell in temples made by hands, where there are two or three gathered in my agape, my Shem, my midst, my authority. There I will be in their midst. So he's this right now. Hallelujah. So, man, you're militant. Whatever. This is my sister in Christ. We're supposed to. Iron sharpens iron, brothers, sisters. You show them to the narrow way. If somebody's in the broad way, you show them to the light. So he is the light. Remember? He said, I am the horizo, not the scorpizzo, but every day the morning light would come up at the horizon. He said, I am the hados, I am the alati, I am the horizo. He didn't say I'm the life or the light. He said, I am the horizo. I'm the one that condemns. We judge with righteous judgment under this covenant. Old covenant, you were not to judge. The Father was the judge. Father was the head, high priest. Now Father covers us through Shiloh for our sins, but they have to be for the sins of the world. Yeah, for not partaking in the world. That's what he's covering you for. All these other, no. It don't work like that. Forgiveness of sins comes when he rebukes your heart, and then you walk in repentance. It's a process before you're ever forgiven. Too much religion, but cool. Hands on these interlinear Texas receptus that I've been telling you about. There's only one version of text you should be handing somebody else. It's just watered down, if you can. And they're not cheap, so anything is okay. It's better than nothing. But remember, you're just handing them some watered down version of the word. So whatever scripture you're going to hand them that. God, he keeps going after me. No, I'm not. I'm just showing her to the narrow way. So there's only one accepted text, remember? Everything else has been translated. It's a different version. There's only one accepted text. It was canonized in the 12th century. It's old Jewish book. Right here. Got it sitting right next to me here. If it don't look like this, then it's not the right text. There's everything else is garbage. It's rubbish. Throw it away. So, but bring them any kind of scripture is better than nothing, like I said. So get them whatever you can get them. But I hope you own these. I hope you have this set. This is a 4-volume set. You can find this. I think it's the Strong's Concordance or the Young's. This is the Strong's that it's in a single volume. That's this 12th century book. So old Jewish book written in Greek. You got to study it in the word that it was actually written in, not changed. That's a translation. So, but bring him any form of the word. It's going to be better than no word at all, for sure. Father will show him to the hados, to the narrow way. That's the word hados. He said, I am the way. So the only way to the Father is through the Son, and he is the hados. He's the separator, remember. He's the one that condemns, and he's the one that separates the wheat from the chaff. We're go out and share the light. So good. Thank you so much for that. There's so many people that need a blessing, and any bit of the word is, like I said, better than no word at all. So I don't get the word perfect, but I just like to make sure that I study the closest word that I can to the, like I said, there's only one version that's accepted, and that's the reason it was the one that was canonized in the 12th century. Before this, it didn't exist on paper. The word Bible means book, and it didn't exist on paper. It existed on scrolls and tablets, or you had to come to somebody like myself, and there's others that could speak this word without opening the book. It's because it's written on my heart. That's what it says. In the book of Colossians 2 and 14, once written on stone, tablet, scrolls, the law pounded out on rock, literally, chiseled into the stone, is now sprinkled with the blood of the Lamb on fleshy tables of the hearts of his bride. So that's where it's at now. It's not the law. It's a covenant, and it's a contract. Remember the wedding feast of the Lambs, thy kingdom come. So love the gospel, baby. Stray kids. Somebody said that already. I don't know what that is. Like the third person I've ever in the last month or something. Don't know what stray kids is. Don't watch television. Threw my television away a long time ago. I've never been a big television kind of guy. Not my thing. I got other things I could be looking at. So they just tell you a bunch of lame stream media. Huh, interesting. What is that, like a TV or program or some kind of movie or something? I'm not sure. Like I said, I live out in the country. I do the word, and it's been a while since I lived in town. Gosh, it's been a while. Whoa, we've been out in the country for a long time. So, Stray Kids is a band. Okay. Interesting. A band. He's with the band, man. Man, I need me some roadies. Where's my roadies? I need me some groupies. No, I'm just kidding. We'll just pack the stuff in the van and we'll head out. We'll go on the road, man. Are we with the band, man? So, I know Stray Cats, but I don't know Stray Kids. So, remember Stray Cats? Anybody know the Stray Cats? I'm a stray cat. I wish I could be so cavern and wild, 'cause I got cat class and I got cat style. I loved Hillbilly Rock. Remember that stuff? I love that. I love all music. So little music's good, guys. Little television's all right, but just careful what you put in your eyes and your earballs, what you hear. Some of us don't have the same taste in music, but that's all right. I kind of like all music. So everything but constant screamo is good with me. That's all right. Music's good. Music is it's kind of a getaway. We don't have too much time I got to get away. I got to fly. You know what I'm saying? So they need to take away the badge. Oh, the badge. Oh, yeah. Let's get rid of all these clown cops. So, yeah, people used to tell me that I had to a certain kind of music. I'm like, I can like all kinds of music. Like, dude, how do you like Michael Jackson and Twisted Sister? You like Iron Maiden and Michael Jackson. You like Depeche Mode. This guy likes Boy George. I said, whatever. I like the music, man. It's music. Calm down. Like I said, it's nobody's going to tell me what kind of music I have to like. I want to listen to whatever I want to listen to. It's just the music makes you feel. It's a feeling. Remember, music is a time machine. Have you forgotten what music is? Music will bring you back to time, when you're out at the lake with your lady friend there the first time whatever, or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a breakup for you. You heard that song and now all you can think about is that first time under the lake and, oh, man, and it just kills you. Yeah, it's like a time machine. Look at that. Bring you back in time. You hear that song 50 years later. It's like, gotta get back in time, So careful. Some of this music will stick to you, man. So that's why I don't let anybody going to tell me how to listen and what to listen to, because it's a time machine, man. It's a mentality, it's a mindset. You know what I mean? So everybody has QR time. So oh yes, I love Bob Seger. Absolutely. Night Moves. Uh, the only thing that's bitter in music is smells. Interesting. Okay. Get out of here, Pam. You're an idiot. Pamela. Stupid questions. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. So yeah. My favorite song is definitely the Silver Bullet, or my favorite album, Silver Bullet Band. Man, I love that album. Woke up last night to the sound of thunder. Oil salt and wonder. Started humming a song from 19. Oh, there we go. Ain't it strange how the night moves? With autumn closing in. I can listen to me some Bob Seger for sure. That whole album is amazing. So I like all that 70s and 80s stuff. Was good music. Rock and roll, baby. And all that stuff came from that era. So much music blossom, from that time. So there was just so many amazing artists. I could go on all night long. We could just talk about all the amazing artists from the 80s, 70s, and 80s were just amazing times for music. We had MTV, man. We had MTV, remember? MTV Raps. No, it was just MTV. They really played music. They didn't play all that other whatever. It changed, man. And everything changes, man. It's not WWE, it's WWF. Come on. Freaking A. Oh, no, it's the New World Order. It's Hulkamania. Oh, people like to change it. So, see. Oh, Aldine, nice. Aldine. He's got pop. Yeah, I love country music. That's what I go by back home as Garth. Isn't this life crazy? Isn't it? Over the rainbow, I am crazy. I like me some Floyd. Yes, I like some Pink Floyd. La musica de los Pink Floyd. So, so you know what I'm saying? It's a crazy, crazy world. How will we even be able to do this? So it's a good thing we have music, guys, because music kind of takes us away from it. It's like going out to see a waterfall or something. It is. It truly is. It's a blessing, and it's like I said, it's truly a time machine. You know what I'm saying? Ew, man, I didn't need to hear that THIP, but okay, you have to. Some people can't handle it. You didn't want to hear it, so I don't want to show it to everybody. But I don't, whatever. I'm tired of this nonsense with this fake bunch of fake nation over there claiming to be something that they're not. So it tells us in Scripture, those who say they're well, a Jew is spiritual, so let's just leave it at that. So there's no physical Jew. Like there's no the word alien is a word. It's not a physical entity or being. There's no aliens, spaceballs, whatever. But all right, let's not. Well, let's go back to some good music. How about oh, who was he? I was trying to think about right in that same area, and I know I could think of a bunch like Eagles and the Doors and Cars and all, but I was trying to think of who was that? Darn it, what is his name? Normally names are pretty. I remember everybody's name. I used to not remember anybody's name, but I can remember everybody's name now. But He did. He was kind of in that same area. Rock and roll was a good thing, man. Rock and roll was, and I loved, more in rock and roll because I loved heavy metal and I liked, a lot of that stuff growing up too. Like I grew up listening to rock and roll. My dad had a massive stereo, sound system, and uh, graduated. Tutus. Oh, uh, nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, he said you must be innocent as a child to return to the Father, so you can't be worried about this, this world. Kansas. There we go. There we go. See, that's what I'm saying in that. So I keep thinking the guy. I got the song in my head stuck. You're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to love, and I know that's not who I was thinking about because that's Robert Palmer. Uh, oh my goodness. Uh, but anyways, there was a bunch of good rock and roll that really were like that. They weren't heavy metal; they were just rock and roll bands, and it was such a good, so many good bands came from that time. Led Zeppelin and yeah, I can go. Because it's just we don't justify it. Are you listening to what I'm saying, practitioner? It's like a time machine. I don't beat that in my head. I don't let that music do it to me, but because I don't really listen to whole that much music anymore, but it's I used to listen to all of it. Oh, to you, O earth and sea, for the devils bring wrath, because he knows the time has come. He who has an understanding reckon the number of the beast, for it is a human number, right? So I used to listen to all of it, but my point is that it can't all be evil. A lot of it is though. If it's mainstream, it's pretty evil. There's some underlying agenda in it. A lot of that stuff you play backwards. They know exactly what they need to say, and it's because Father does it. But you know, but they're good at putting this stuff in music, though. Like as I said, like a time machine, it works really well on you. It captivates people, and they make their whole life about music. Seriously, they dress like it, act like it, walk like it, talk like it. So it can be captivating, but with moderation. Yep. So you got to be careful. I warned that. Careful what you put in your eyes and your ears. So know what you're listening to. That's why I really tune out. I don't listen to as much music as I used to. I really used to listen to, I didn't watch much television, so I like to listen to music, and watch my fish tank instead of watching, that kind of thing. That's nice. Yeah, I like country. There are so many good country artists too that, there's so many. This new stuff, I don't like a lot of this new stuff actually, and it's fine. It's fine. Kevin, when we go into town though, a lot of this new country music, it all sounds the same, and I don't care which singer it is. All they sound the same. It's like this new age country. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it because every song sounds the same. I don't care what it is that they're singing about. It all sounds the same song. Everyone, it sounds like the same song. They all got that same. I don't know. Like I said, I remember when country singers used to have a little bit of a standout. But some of these new country singers, it's like, is this the same artist? It's the same song, to like what the heck? And it's a little bit different, but they all kind of got this same, I remember, like I said, my brother, he dated Carrie, remember Timmy's sister, Tim McGraw, and he's a different, that's about the last generation that where it really started. And I'm not saying that there isn't, I'm saying they don't want to hear it. YouTube doesn't want anybody to know THIP. They don't want anybody to know what's going on in Israel. Come on, everybody protects it, to including this president. Remember the Gentile Messiah? So I'm with you. I don't know why these people don't want to talk about it. YouTube doesn't like it at all. So, but yeah, music has gone through. You guys, here's another time. I don't know if anybody's my age, but if you remember, the reason why everybody, you couldn't say you didn't like Michael Jackson. Even people said they didn't like Michael Jackson. They still liked him because when I grew up, that guy put out videos that would top anything. You got to remember, his video like Thriller, when he started putting videos out, he just blew everybody out of the freaking water with his videos. So, music and television, we got to be very careful. It's very captivating and it's easy to get ourselves, caught up in this mix, I saw it right before. Yeah, that's because I don't know if you know, Cole, but Carrie lives there. Carrie lives, and I shouldn't give her, she lives in Lane County. I'll give you that much. Mom lives there. Tug died, but obviously her dad. But that's where Timmy's mom lives in Lane County. So that's why he had a place, in the area. So most people don't. I'm still friends with Carrie online. She's still actually one of my few Facebook friends that I don't have too many Facebook friends, but I'm still friends with Carrie. She's doing really good. Super, super good. I think she's single again, and that's kind of a bummer because I thought she had a thing going with that guy. She was with that guy for a long time. But I think she's single again. But she's doing good. Carrie's doing good. But again, that type singer in that era, that was kind of about, not that I didn't continue to listen to country, but after that, like I said, after about that time, Indian Outlaw and, Timmy, the woke left. Oh man, I was getting to know woke left. Oh, woke. Woke. Remember what happened to Harley? Wokey go broke. So, yeah, it did. We got some coming from the sun. My bad. It disconnected. So it disconnected. You thought I was taking a pause for the cause, didn't you? No, we won't take a pause. We'll just go ahead and juice on this right here. Right here. So, but remember like Tracy Lawrence, back to that time, and that's when it really started getting into a lot more of this new age country type of but there are some good artists out there. I'll tell you, there's some really good. It's crazy to see somebody like Post Malone turn into a country artist, or what was that other guy that was he was I think his name started with a D. What was his name? Oh, come on, brain, fire. Anyways, he's a black guy. He's a really good singer, and he had some really good music, and he turned country too, and he puts out Demarius, or I don't know what is, I can't remember. Isn't it though, Nicole? Because it gives a little snap. Try to remember, slice it real thin, Nicole. The thinner, the better. Okay, thin. Slice that stuff real thin. Thinner, you even slice a little thinner in lettuce, and you can get away with it because it's a little thicker. Man, it gives it a little snap, and it doesn't have, cabbage doesn't have the flavor like that. It doesn't dominate because lettuce doesn't either, but it just has a little bit better texture. It's great, and then it stays for long. That cabbage can sit there for a long time. It doesn't get hot like lettuce can get hot. It can get hot, but it doesn't get hot like a lettuce will get hot. It's just so much better. That's how we did confusion tacos too. We didn't always do that cabbage. Yeah, when you slice that real thin, I mean, slice it thin, like angel hair type thin. The thinner the better, man. The thinner that you slice that. I've been hooked on cabbage. I've been eating cabbage like crazy. I don't know why I got this cabbage kick. I only got about a half a head left back in there, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the cabbage it's foolproof. I wouldn't make somebody eat cabbage, but remember we served that. I can't imagine how many thousands of tacos that we served, at Confusion. But there was a lot of people like, dude, I didn't like cabbage, but I didn't even realize that was cabbage until, you said something. I just ate it. It was like amazing. They're like, what is that? Why is your lettuce so crunchy? It's not lettuce, it's cabbage. What? No way. I don't like cabbage. Well, you ordered it, but it says it on the menu. You didn't see it on the menu. What comes on our, oh wow. So it's so excellent, and actually it's really good in a burrito too. It is. And I don't like lechuga is lettuce, in my burritos. So, but it's good. It adds a little snap to a burrito too. So when you make burritos, it's excellent in a burrito. Um, And then another thing, it won't sog out. Like a lot of times, lettuce will kind of just get hot inside a burrito if you're just not eating it right after somebody makes it. So, man, I love me some tacos. You guys, I got to go. I found a Mexican buffet. I'm going right now. It's 24 hours. It's the Mexican buffet. They've got tortas and tacos. It's called the all you can eat taqueria. Taqueria all day, all night. It's 24 hours. Mi casa, su casa, mi house is your. Come on, man. Freaking eat tacos at 3 o'clock in the morning. Uh, that's cool. I love both of them. I love all tacos, burritos, tortas, tamales. You guys almost drank all that water. I can hear you guys down at the bottom. You almost drank all that water in 2 days. You guys have been drinking more water than usual. Why are you drinking so much water? You can drink all the water you want, but you guys got down in 2 days. You guys was drinking the water like crazy. There's no Israel on the map. Yes, there's Israel on the map. Remember, there's northern Israel, Sumerians. Now, THIP, don't go off on something and make it a lie now. Okay, I've got old books here, and there are obviously, like I said, there were the names. It was Great Sea. It's the Mediterranean Sea, but Jacob, who he called Israel. Don't spread lies in here. I won't let you stay in here. You start spreading lies. They formed the nation of Israel in a triple conjunction in Aries in 1939 off Saturn and Jupiter. So you don't know what you're talking about. So still can't hear me? Oh no. Oh well, if you can't hear me, I can't stay in here because I don't care what you see. You don't need to see my ugly mug, but you got to at least be able to hear me. Oh crap! Come on, tube. Double hollow needle fang channel. He put the bite in. You get the bite in? Oh, well, if they can't hear me, I'll start saying some silly stuff. I come before you to stand behind you to tell you something that I don't even know about. Next Tuesday, which is Good Friday, there'll be a mother's meeting for fathers only. So wear your best clothes if you don't have any. The mission's free, so pay at the door, take a seat, sit on the floor. It doesn't matter where you sit, because the man in the gallery will surely spit. Thank you for your very unkind attention, and my next act will be the four corners of the round table. They can't hear me, so I figured why not. That's how I roll, guys. You guys don't even get to be in my mind. I'm out of my mind. The skies will roll back like a scroll. So remember, a triple conjunction. Oh, they can hear me. Oh, didn't you hear that little psycho rabble babble rant that I just went on there, did you, about next Tuesday, which is Good Friday? There'll be a mother's meeting for fathers only. So wear your best clothes if you don't have any. Sounds like your Sunday best up in here. Up in here. Oh, man. What a life Father blessed me with. No, you guys don't need to go outside. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, we'll go until 11 o'clock. And then we'll end it in here. We'll stop. We'll put it down. Yes, we'll make it into a ghost town. Not a soul in sight. The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonlit summer night. Raindrops on the windshield. There's a storm moving in. Oh, sorry. We're singing to the puppy there. She's rushing back from somewhere. Oh, just a good puppy. I love these puppies. It's a ghost town, huh? And the thunder rolled. He's such a good boy. He's sitting there staring at the dad. Dad's a goofball, huh? I'm a goofy goober. Oh. Oh, man. Something in my tooth. All right, well. So I'm looking forward to having some more good weather out here. Be able to get some more things done. Oh, nice. I lost all those videos. I don't have any more little tango no pictures of the dogs at all when they're those ones you sent me years past in that phone. I don't know what ended up happening to them, but yeah, it's supposed to warm back up here. So I got to get more done. I get more done. I got to get myself on a thing where I put my head down and I'll get so much done. I'll look up and go, holy crap, look what I did. So if I actually get to work a lot of the times, it's like that building I just built in the back is really nice. You know what I'm saying? Really nice building. So turned out okay. If I didn't melt the roof on it, that was such a stupid move, but that's okay. Maybe because the roof was made in Israel. You'd think it'd be last out made out in the desert in Israel, but it's got all melted. So should have bought the $29 roof and not the $17 roofing. So it cost me dearly and I'm going to have to pay again. And I'm going to buy it either way. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, somebody's laughing their ass off. Uh-oh. It's a comedy show. Yeah. I got somebody stuck on dun, 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 dun. If your dog and your wallet are attached to a chain, these people on there pulling their chain, you know. the chain, the hub, remember? Pulling their chain. Self-driven, autonomous. They are. Their will is their own. Their will. Your will is the word pornea. You know, remember like the chain, the hub, like pulling your own chain or your own. Never mind. Talking you in circles, aren't I? That's Post Malone. He did the circles one, right? Post Malone. Oh my goodness. We're not talking about music anymore, are we? We were talking about music earlier. So then we started talking about food because somebody brought tacos, Mexican food. Nicole did it, the moderator. Blame Nicole. She brought up tacos. Then we started talking about tacos. So, hey, it's Taco Wednesday. Tomorrow's Taco Thursday. And I'll be seeing you again for Taco Friday. I only eat tacos on days that end in Y. Oh, we just got a message. We got a message. Oh, nice. Cool. So gotta get a picture of my puppies. So, all right, I'm going to wrap this thing up and close it out by 11. So I better start talking now or I won't close it out till 12. That's how I am. I'll just keep going like the Energizer Bunny. I got it going on like Donkey Kong until the break of dawn. You understand? I don't get tired. I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired. No. Can't stay in here all night. Got to do something here. So let's chooch on some flour here. Some flour power. Yeah. I didn't look at it. I didn't check because I didn't want to interrupt the stream. Remember, you'd be able to tell Bode because he had that big white breast, the big, the white breastplate, that whole big, they look similar. Their heads, but and then if he's the pup, remember Tango had the little stripe that went up his head. It doesn't now, but he had that. Remember that he had a little stripe that went all the way to his nose. I remember when they were little. I remember the little suckers. They were so cute. Mr. Bobo was cute. One was a cutie pie. He wasn't hard to pick out in his new, in the new batch when he came to this. When he came back around to us, I was like, no way. Get out of here. Little pup ball. All right. We didn't really talk too much about the heading, but the heading was Oligos. So remember, you're not out there trying to turn goats into sheep, brothers, sisters. You show people the narrow way, and if they don't want to listen to it, leave them alone. Do not sup with vipers. Do not cast your pearls in the mud. Yep, Panda. That's what everybody called him, Panda. We had a lot of people who called him Panda because his eyes and his, he was, there was actually some people I remember a couple of people used to call him Panda. I forget who was that called him Panda. Yeah, they were such good, cute puppies. They're good puppies now. I'm so glad I have them in my life. Wonder how many dogs are still alive from that batch. I know that, I bet you Alex still has his dog. What was his dog's name? He looked just like Tango, but he was a small version of Tango. And he more had Bone's hair than Tango's hair. Oh, what was his name? Can't remember. But he went to Adam's son, and he takes good care of that dog. So he's probably still around. I wonder how many dogs are still. Cohen and Muffin. What a combination. Yeah, remember he got pick of the litter there. And then Tango picked me. Remember, I didn't want that third dog, but Tango kept getting out of that damn fence, following me over everywhere I go. All right, I guess I got to get a third dog, or get the second dog from you guys. So yeah, Mr. Tango picked me. I didn't pick Tango. He picked me. So that's why I caught 5 grenades for that dog. So he was the one. He's the only one that could get out of that damn kennel. He could get out of there. He'd climb over the fence and go chase me over the other side of the farm. Get over to the bus. He followed me over there. I had to put him back in there. Not every time, but if he, so I was like, all right, Steve, we're going to figure this out here. What are we going to trade here? Let's do a trade on this one. I remember I bought Bone, but then I traded for Tango. So I traded that big, huge graphics spoon. I mean, remember that thing was this big. The bowl on it was that big. That big. The bowl was that big on it. So It's an expensive pipe. That was like a $600-800 piece, but glass is meant to be broken. I guarantee. I don't think Steven still has that piece. Probably not. It was the escape artist. So that was a nice piece. But hey, I'm like, hey, a piece of glass that could break, or a dog that's going to be around for 15, 18 years if I treat him right. Heck yeah, you can trade for that, and it was a good trade. I think in some ways kind of got the upper end by getting that piece, but probably broke it. It probably dropped it, and Tango's still here. So I was like, dude, just get rid of it, Tracy. I love that piece too. By that thing, I'll never find another one. I have looked for another one. I've never seen another one, and it was a graphics too. Remember, that was a by graphics company. That was a really nice piece. So me with my glass, used to have a huge glass collection, like the not, that big, but like different kinds of glass. So more glass blowers in Eugene. Oh no, that sucks. He likes to drive fast. He likes his cars. I hope he's okay. Hope he wasn't going fast. So remember that Mustang that DJ had, and he used to drive that thing around. Whew. Oof. That little car was pretty ripper, pretty quick. So and everybody had his Grand Am. He liked that Grand Am. Was that? Yeah, I think it was a Grand Am. Pontiac Grand Am. Man, see, there's some good memories. Some good memories. This life has treated me pretty darn good, guys. Got good animals, and I've got good memories. Some crazy ones, but that's life, man. What is life? It's not supposed to be easy. This life ain't supposed to be some walk in the park. If life was easy, then you had no struggle. You wouldn't, how would you know what a good time was if all you ever had a bad time? So you got to have some both. You got to take the good with the bad. So sometimes we get a little caught up in the old, the hard times. We got to think about the blessings and the bounty and the good times. You know, uh, damn, I've been rear-ended. I don't remember off of Gateway Boulevard. That guy just railed me and Rebecca, the lady I was dating, the school teacher. That lady was nuts. I thought Elijah's mom was nuts. Like, okay, I want to date somebody that's got their shit together, got their own house, drives their own car, got a fucking job. I don't mind taking care of helping somebody, but you know, uh, no, I know what's going on. I mean, I understand. So, but yeah, you think somebody? Oh, she was accosted too for the state of Oregon court appointed special advocate with children, work with children. She was the craziest woman I think I ever dated. That one was nuts. You know, it was all right at first, but boy, she spun a lie that I never thought I would ever. It's something. It hits different when somebody's supposed to be, Uh, well, there we go. When you're not good to the kids, that's when there's an issue. So, some of the stuff that she was doing to my son was like, no fucking way, I'm having this shit. So one thing you treat me like shit, but it's another thing you don't treat my kids like shit. So yeah, don't treat my dogs. Those are my kids. My son. So that's a good way to end up finding the wrong end of a stick. You know, oh shit, stick. No, no worries. I'm not. But yeah, it's a bummer. When you go through having kids and you have to deal with that spouse, and that's always so difficult. Me, I did that for so long. I was a single dad. I was dad and mom for a lot of years. You know, Elijah didn't want, to be around his mom very much, and I understand. You know, he wasn't, and I always push that on him. No, you have to be with your mom. You know, that's your mom. I don't care who she is. You're gonna have to be around her. So whether you like it or not. So it sucks. You know. Yeah. Look at how many years I've lived single. I love being single. Forget it. Single. I mean, it's. I don't. Some of us are truly. Some of us are truly. Chest or your chest or your. You know. We do that to each other. Both sexes do it. Man does it to woman. Woman does it to man. People change, and people. You know. We're supposed to grow together, not. We're supposed to grow together, not apart. So I remember my wife, you know, ex, her dad told me that, you know, he warned me, don't let it, you know, grow apart because you can get too much water under the bridge. And he said that he didn't think I'd be successful because he thought I could fix all the problems. And he said, that's not gonna, you're not gonna be able to fix this. You know, I love gonna be able to fix this. You know, I love my daughter. She's crazy, and you're not gonna keep her around for long. You know, you might have her for a little while, but she's like a wild horse. You know, so. Uh, yeah, yeah, I've been single for yeah, that's over 3 years now. Something right about the over 3 years now. Something right about that same time. Actually, yeah, I think Trish, that last girl I was with, broke up before you guys had split up. So yeah, a little over 3 or 4 years ago, I think now. Yeah. Wow, holy crap, that goes by fast. But about 15 years, I always kind of take a chunk off. I think I've only dated two women, so uh, two or three women, and yeah, or three women, and yeah, like I said, 20 years, maybe three, four, maybe. I don't know. I don't, yeah, I've lived at least the last 15 years, 12 of those years single. And that's a good life. You know, like I said, it is, you know, it's not how much you love bakes with that too. So you know, it's not how much you love bakes with that too. So bakes with that too. So I'm glad I don't do that anymore. I'm not going to let, maybe that's why my last couple of relationships didn't totally. I'm not gonna let anybody change me as a person. It's not right. So, and but either way, like I said, there's nothing wrong with being single, and there's nothing wrong with having a companionship. You know, I think it goes both ways. So, some people aren't very happy being single, but some people they are. Some people they're not happy when they have one person; they need more. And some people are, you know, it's hard to find people who can make a good match in this day and age, equally yoked. That's why he tells us don't yoke with somebody that's not equally yoked with you. You know, don't marry truth to a lie. Again, although it's, you know, you could love somebody, it really matters. How much can you stand them? You know, a lot of people won't communicate with people and talk about the things they don't want to, you know, talk about. And they end up festering and growing inside somebody and turning into something bigger than they are. And that person should have said something sooner, or, you know, not that you need to change anybody, or you can, it's not right to, but, you know, you can make a mention if you have, you know, something somebody's doing that maybe rubs you the wrong way. You can talk to them, but most people won't. They let it fester inside of them, and then they take it out on somebody when they're doing it, not realizing what it is that they're doing. They won't open up and communicate. So, you know, it's pretty tough. So that's nice to not have anybody to sit there and uh, yeah, just everything, just all the crap on my back today. Working out on that sawdust, you know, I can, you know, just little, you know, just little things, you know, too. Yep, that other person to be there for you in a really tough time and pick up the pieces for you and help you, you know, You fall off your horse, get you back up. So there's a lot of neat things about being with somebody. It's a push and a pull, a give and a take. So I can tell you that being single has some huge advantages, but also that, being with somebody, if it's the right match, it's unmatched. It's something that can't be, heads are better than one. They truly are. So nothing wrong with being single, but I do think the idea of having companionship is, you know, if you're patient and you wait, Father will put the right person in your life. Most of the time we get a little rushed and, we think with our loins or not so much with our head, but, you know, um, and maybe, our body takes over and we don't build our house on the rock because we're supposed to be building our relationship on Christ, So that's where it's hard to find somebody who's equally yoked who loves the word. And in this day and age, it seems like a near impossibility. When you take yourself out of the pool of fish, whatever plenty fish in the sea or whatever, and you only want to be with somebody that equally yoked with. So, all right, we're getting Dr. Phil in here. We better get off this subject. So, speaking, I'm gonna wrap this one, guys. Thanks for you guys that hit that thumbs up button. You don't have to agree with everything I say. That's fine. And thanks for just a light conversation. I thought I'd try to keep it more light here, and we wouldn't go off. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nicole, it's like your dating pool just goes down to nothing. It does, especially when it comes to finding somebody that loves the word and their life is that, and they still have a life, you know what I'm saying? So, but if you're patient and you know that Father is greater than he's shaping and creating his perfect person that's going to be perfectly yoked for you. If you're patient, you'll wait. You won't want second best. You won't want somebody that he's not made for you. So even if not, then you're married to the word. And that's what I'm married to right now. I'm married to the word. I love the word so much. So thanks for sharing it with me, brother, sister. So it's supposed to be the wedding feast of the lambs. We're all supposed to be there together at the wedding. So who you marrying, who you supping with? Don't fornicate with this world, brothers, sisters. Please stay in the word. Remember that cup of wrath is the cup of the saints. The saints are his servants, and is their blood that's poured out on the nations of wrath. You don't want to be in the nations, brothers, sisters, where that blood of the saints, that is supposed to be the servants of Christ. They went through suffering. So remember that. If we don't get the sun could shoot out a big solar flare and we can never talk to each other ever again. Love you. So you have to see on the other side, you know what I'm saying? But be a servant, okay? Following his commandments, love him. Heed his words. Guard his commandments. Don't let anybody add or take away. Your enemy is yourself, brothers, sisters. Your biggest enemy is you. So that's why I think Father does what he does in all of our lives. He's shaping us. And no matter what, there'll be a wedding at the end. So if you don't get to be a bride for you ladies, well, I get to be a bride after I die. So that's what it's all about. Thy kingdom come.